Okay, Glop number 13. In number 12 I was talking about how sometimes it seems like more than coincidence, even though there's incidental work going on, about the type, nature, direction, and all that about sounds and all. I came out here, I was just gonna relax. They're banging next door. They hadn't done that in a long time. I haven't even posted a Glop 12 yet. Posted 1 through 11. It's almost like they read your mind sometimes too. And all the fucking power equipment from them widening the road. And they put it out here. See that? So they're getting closer, and the high school's being built down the street over here. But we're gonna go back over here, and I bet you they start banging it. Just fucking try to feel out if it feels random or if they're actually getting something done. Nice fucking weather right now at this point. So, oh, you hear that? It's from over there. Come on. And this has not happened in a long time. This has happened a lot though, with the neighbors this way, and with the chicken farmers over there, and earlier today, you know, with these guys. I remember my pants have a microscopic leak after putting epoxy and duct tape to fix a plumbing issue. So I have my Levi's right here drying out. They go in rotations. Got my Levi's right here. There goes the loud car. Something happened in 98 too. There's something I've mentioned quite a few times in these gunk series and otherwise that I have an associates in communications, and there's something called the Kiersey Bates test. So temperament. There's 4 major types of personalities. There's an SJ, SP, NT, and NF. They stand for intuitive feeler, intuitive thinker, sensory judging, or sensory receiver. And 75% of the population, just as a definition, is not intuitive. They're what's called sensory, okay? Where you rely on the senses. You know, you rely on the 5 major senses. And another thing you learn in communications is linguistics. And you try to figure out where words come from. Intuition, for example. Tuition is teaching. In means inside. In tuition, you're self-teaching, right? Some people call it your 6th sense, actually, when you think you have ESP, when you think, hey, I don't need my senses at all. I just know things, right? But that's taken a little far. For the people that are sensory out there, 75% you know less, you're gonna think what I'm saying is horseshit. You know, about, hey man, they're just working on their house. Hey man, they're working, they would work the same as if you weren't here, as if you were here, etc. And same thing with the guys across the street. Hey man, fucking, they're banging because that's the things that they do, and it has nothing to do with you being over here. And then, you know, people that have intuition buy a little more into correlations and propensity and trying to see patterns that are, defy regular activity and all. There's a branch of psychology called parapsychology, for example, and that's the study of ghosts and all. Let's see if what do you think? This tree right here, is it enchanted? Let's see if it's the wind or. All right. Let's suppose this tree, we get a wind gauge, and let's suppose that the leaves move when it's 0 mile per hour winds, which you couldn't tell out there one way or the other, and I couldn't tell because I don't have that gauge. Well, you'd say, hey man, you're living in an enchanted forest or an enchanted little fucking sect of the world or something, because that defies modern science. That's just an example. Let's see what we got. 4 minutes left. So anyhow, it started in '98, and I have another hypothesis. In Glop 12, I dropped a hypothesis. I mentioned how Marshall McLuhan from Canada during the '60s. It didn't rely on a lot of research. He just pretty much intuitively believed TV was having such effect on society and all. And it's hard to tell because it had only been with us, for a generation or so when he was making these statements. But there was a thing going on here. I was in my last semester at a Pitzer. I came back from Venezuela. Actually, it was going on even before I took off to Venezuela during the summer. And you can probably hear a car out there. So you hear that? See, they're leaked to my mind. Can you hear that? They're starting their car. Rah, rah, rah. And that's the story I'm going to tell right there. This is for the intuitive people out there. The across the street neighbors, I couldn't concentrate to fucking save my life. I was trying to study up on Spanish because I was taking off to Venezuela. Now that I think about it, that's what was going on. And their stereo was not so loud that you could call the cops. It'd be total chicken shit, and I'd get more in trouble with it than the guy out there. And they fucking had their boombox. Whoever was parked in front of their house for like 2-3 hours at a time. And it'd be like not loud enough for domestic disturbance, but barely loud enough that I couldn't concentrate to study. You understand? I had a teacher complain about a neighbor that thought, some kid was fucking with a basketball, had a basketball hoop in his front yard and shit. And she thought that every time she was grading papers, he'd fucking go out there and start bouncing the ball and shit and distract her. But that's for intuition and all. The Gunk series was kind of like this, where there's a lot of reflections and shit, and speculations going in the future. Little brain farts here and there. This is probably going to be some Glop 13. I just, hey, booby. Just wanted to mention, hey, little booby. Just want to mention though that everything's been pretty cool. Been pretty cool. I got an extra month on my wireless on accident. I fulfilled my contract. I paid it off, and it turned out that part of the contract is it turns month to month unless you call them up, I guess, and tell them physically, hey man, I don't want it anymore. But that's what happened. So coming on 10 minutes pretty soon. You guys have a good day. Keep you posted. It's right before 5 o'clock. I'm barely catching them if they close at 5.